loves, how are you? I hope you are having a fantastic week. I am in the middle of my weekend right now. It's a Thursday afternoon, but I don't book on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I've been spending my weekend, like I said, creating this YouTube video for you guys. Before I tell you guys what this video is going to be about, if you could just take a second to subscribe to my channel. You guys know the goal. I'm really trying to get over 1,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. And we are almost at 900. Like the last I checked, I think we were at 890, which is amazing. Like I cannot believe so many of you guys like what I do. Like it's the most bizarre feeling, but like I said, I am really trying to get over 1,000. So if you don't subscribe, if you could please go ahead and hit subscribe for me. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here with me, and I love you so much, like beyond words. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the video that I'm going to be doing today. So my client that I'm working with is actually my boyfriend Kyle. It is his sister. Her name is Stephanie, and she drove all the way down from North Carolina to Florida just so I could do her hair, which is honestly like the biggest compliment in the world. So Stephanie wants to have that really bright icy blonde, but she doesn't want a ton of upkeep on her hair. So what we're going to be doing today is going over, she has some existing highlights now, so we're going to be doing basically like a platinum card technique where it's back to back to back to back foils. I am going to be weaving about every other one just to kind of keep some dimension in the hair. And you're also going to notice that I'm not going to be painting directly onto the scalp. I'm going to be doing, even on my slices, painting up the foil and then actually feathering that into her natural root color so she won't have a really harsh line when the color starts to grow out. So let's go ahead and take a look at Stephanie's hair now. So as you can see, Stephanie has a really good starting point for trying to reach the icy blonde tone that we're after. She's about a level 8 through her ends right now, but there's a lot of gold in there. So we're going to actually lighten and try to bust through that gold stage. That's the underlying pigment of the level 8. So we're going to try to bring her up to like a 9, 10 in our foils and then tone any warmth out to give her that really pretty icy white blonde. So what I'm going to be using in our foils is Blondor. I'm going to start in the back, and I'm going to be starting with 20 volume just because the platinum card technique takes so long to do. Normally if I lighten, I 9 times out of 10 will reach for 30 volume, but I am going to be starting with 20 volume. We're going to start in the back, and as I work my way up and then eventually get to the sides, I'm going to bump up the developer as I go. So that way the stuff that I start on back here won't get damaged from having Lightener and 30 volumes sitting on it for the hour or more that it actually takes me to get all these foils put into Stephanie's hair. So like I said, I am going to be using Blondor and 20 volume as our starting formula. And I like mixing my lightener in a 1 to 1.5 ratio, so that is lightener to developer. So you'll see me measure out about 50 grams of the powder to about 75 grams of the 20 volume, and as always, I will be adding an Olaplex. So we've got all of our lightener mixed up. We're ready to go. So I know I kind of touched on how I'm going to be doing the technique, but with the platinum card, I'm going to be starting in the back and just kind of staggering the foils almost like a brick lay. So I'll do 2 kind of diagonal and then 1 horizontal across the middle. So it's combining the 2 diagonal foils together. Once I reach like over the occipital, I am going to be bumping the developer up to 25 volume, which you can make by mixing 20 and 30 volume together, equal parts of those. Once I get into the sides, I'll be bumping the developer up to 30 volume. So that way everything will be finishing at one time. And as far as placement of these foils, I'm going to be doing very thin, like 1/8 of an inch sections for the slices. And then about every other foil or every 2 slices, I'll be adding in a weave, still keeping the section very tiny, about 1/8 of an inch, but I will just be weaving out a couple little hairs to kind of break it up and make it not just like one flat white color. I love colors that have dimension in it. It just makes it look so natural and gives it a really good blend. So let's get going. that Stephanie has about 1 billion foils in her hair. It took me about a good maybe 2.5 hours to get all these foils put in. So if you try a platinum card in your salon and you feel like it's taking you forever, don't sweat it. It is seriously supposed to. Like, especially if you're working with a client with long hair, yeah, it takes a while to get through it. So just take your time. The end result will be totally worth it. So I just kind of watch her foils now that they're all in. I just kept an eye on them until they reached that light yellow that I'm looking for. So like 9 or 10, then I'm going to pull all the foils off and get started with our toner. So what I'm deciding to tone Stephanie with today is the Icy Toner by Pulp Riot. It's got a blue violet undertone. So Stephanie's hair lifted really, really well. She's at that really pale yellow. And the Icy Toner will do wonders, just knocking out that little bit of warmth. So these toners work super fast, which is why I don't typically mix them in a 1-to-1 ratio. With equal parts developer, the toner, at least for me, will be processed and get overtoned before I can make it through the entire head. So what I'm going to be doing for Stephanie's toner today is mixing 1 part of the Icy Toner to 2 parts 6 volume. So you'll see me mix about 35 grams of the toner to about 70 grams of the developer. I'm going to be working this through on damp hair after I've shampooed out all of the lightener. So we'll shampoo out the lightener, kind of get the excess water out of the hair, and then apply our toner formula all over, and she will be toned in about 5-10 minutes at the absolute max. But these toners are super quick and they are amazing, especially the Icy Toner. It's my favorite for knocking out any unwanted warmth and leaving you with that beautiful bright icy blonde. Last but not least, it is time to jump into styling, which is like my favorite part of finishing a color service. You know, you get to blow it all out and see what the color actually looks like, and I love that look on your client's face when you spin them around and the hair is styled and they get to see the transformation that you've done in like 4 hours time. Like seriously, this took forever, but so worth it, as you guys will see. Let's check out the style and then I'll show you guys how it ended up. So there you go. Stephanie is an ice queen now, and I love this tone on her. It looks so good with her skin tone and eye tone. It just looks amazing, and I am such a sucker for the lived-in hair trend right now. Anything with that natural root where it just looks like you don't put a ton of effort into your hair, even though seriously we did spend 5 hours on this. I'm obsessed with it. So let me know if you guys like it as much as I do. Drop me a comment and tell me what you think. Let me know if you have questions about our process, formula, placement, anything. We are super close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could take a second to share a video or tell your friends about my channel, or even just subscribe or give this video a thumbs up yourself. Like, I do really geek out whenever I get a new subscriber or even a thumbs up or a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and it's just such an awesome feeling knowing that you guys like the videos I'm putting out. So I appreciate you so much, and I really can't thank you enough for watching and supporting what I do every day. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye.